greetings, salutations, one love, namaste, all of those, hang on, cup of tea time. Oh yeah, that was good. Oat milk, for the win. It's all gone dark again, as it seems to do with the lighting. Don't know how that does it. It's really light in here, but it looks like it's a cave. That's okay. I can live in a cave. First of all, I have to do this, otherwise you might think he's really mild and gentle, but Phil Monk will beat me up. I have to show you this book. Right, it's got Phil Monk's name on it. Hang on somewhere. There. I have to show you his name. There's his name, Phil Monk. Okay, and Alan Buffrey and Phil Monk and Winston Matthews, which I can't see because it's but there. They threaten to beat me up if I don't advertise their book. Okay, and I'm in it as well, and Sarah and some other people. And if I don't advertise it, they will beat me up. Okay, so I'm advertising it. Here, there it is, the book. All right, done. Right, now I'm going to read you a poem that isn't in the book because it's not, because it was only written today and the book was published already before today, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have a copy of it. And the book's called Miranda and the Seven Pillars. And for anyone who doesn't know, Miranda is what the Americans call that thing that the police say, you have the right to remain silent, which you do in America, but you don't in this country anymore. But you have the right to remain silent. That's called the Miranda in America. And the seven pillars, well, they're the seven principles attached to public life. If you work in the public sector, you should adhere to those principles. I'll get more. You'll get them. I'll tell you them in the blah 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 poem thing. So anyway, here we go. So Miranda and the Seven Pillars. For medicinal use, cannabis is legal. Now that's an unusual stance. Legal or illegal are ridiculous words for plants. What is illegal is human use. So that's how they regulate us. Let me divulge so you know what I mean. They are sneaky, of that you can trust. Production, possession, and distribution are illegal, or whatever term that you choose. Grow, smoke, vape, eat, or pass on are other words we could use. To the rest of the world, our war is over, but that's only propaganda. In Britain, we're still likely to hear what is known in America as Miranda. To watch how quickly things escalate till they are very intense, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. Stop them there. Refuse their arrest, as they only intend to feather their nest. As the fines paid are connected to their pensions, I've heard, so they're lacking integrity. And probably also openness, as they ignore transparency. And quite often, clearly not being applied is any objectivity. There are 7 pillars to public life, and those I just mentioned are 3. Selflessness, accountability, honesty and leadership are the remaining 4. Decide for yourself if any were broken as they tried to enforce their bad law. If you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court, is nothing but a form of coercion. It is something quite easy to thwart. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Just nod and smile, as they can't stand the silence. So the only thing truly black and white is the fur on a zebra or panda. and often the popo don't know the law because they've ignored the latest memoranda. When they give you a warning about what you've done, they refer to cannabis as Schedule 1. But that can't be right, which is as plain as can be if they made it legal to prescribe medicinally. But unless you go private, those prescriptions are few, which of course most of us cannot afford to do. $700 a month is what I've been hearing. If they did this at sea, it would be called buccaneering. For cannabis to be Schedule 1, it can't have medicinal properties. So arrests are false, just like this law they apply, like a postcode fucking lottery. So what can we do? If we march, lobby, protest, they'll just send in the popo in their bulletproof vests. There is no point in asking of they who don't listen. They only care about money and their empathy is missing. Believe me, the government don't give a toss, except for something personal, financial loss. So this is the thing we all need to decide, to come out of the closet or continue to hide. Ignore their shit laws and be open and free. I've done that for decades. There's no buttons on me. Well, at least none with holes, unlike our laws, the belief of which is like Santa Claus. Namaste.